Well, I go in for an MRI. Come to find out, when I hit my head a few months ago, I have 2 disc bulges in my C5 and C6. Great. So that explains a lot of the headaches, neck pain, shoulder pain. My back hasn't changed. I broke my back when I was 19. That was 28 years ago in 1998. No change to the central lumbar stenosis, the fragmented vertebral wedge, and the collapsed median wall. It's actually stable for now. I've been doing a lot of core training, trying to strengthen my low back, and I have been for years because I want to avoid surgery at all costs. So, with that being said, still waiting for another rheumatology appointment here. Apparently, a lot of people did not like this guy. I'm not the only one, so I'm not alone. So I feel pretty vindicated on that end. However, dealing with all of this has been a trip. So, according to the spinal and neck MRI and the head CT that I had, there is no legit reason where the peripheral neuropathy should be coming from this. Therefore, lupus. I had a rash the other day. I went outside and got a little bit of sunlight while planting some new flowers on the grave of a dear loved one. And little dots over here today. So I hit it pretty quickly with some tacrolimus ointment to avoid things. And so on top of all of this, I've got to navigate life, which practically anybody with this deals with so much, and then dealing with only about like 3 hours of fragmented sleep. I'm talking waking up on like every hour on the hour is a lot. Dealing with back pain, dealing with neck pain, dealing with lupus, dealing with perimenopause, because that in itself can really fuck you up on top of having lupus. And yet, I just keep pushing forward. I keep fighting so hard. I do not give up. I will not give up. Last night, I decided to take a second Lunesta. I was given 2 milligrams per if I needed it, along with 50 milligrams of quetiapine. Let me tell you, this did not do a thing. Anyone else, it would knock out. My metabolism is insane, so it burns it off quickly. Those cytokines, those pain things that flare up in your body. The weather's getting warmer. There's more humidity. We're in for a hot, humid summer in New England. There is, however, a program you can get through Eversource, and I just want everybody out there to know this. If you've been diagnosed with lupus, contact them, because they can give you $500 towards your utility bills so that you can run that air conditioner so that you don't have to suffer. You have to research these things. They're not going to tell you that. You can get a doctor's note to get tinted windows so that you're not absorbing those UVs through your car. So even though it says UV protection on those windows, it's not enough when you have lupus. I have a diagnosis. I just need a doctor to give me the treatment for it. A lot of people are in my position. A lot of people are suffering with it. A lot of people are going untreated for a disease that is essentially robbing you of your life. Dogs are barking. They're barking at everything. Every little noise. I swear to God, it drives me nuts sometimes, but I love them. Yeah, I haven't done a lupus video in a while, but this is extremely important. You suffer with it. You know what it's like to have heat intolerance. You know what it's like to not be able to handle the humidity. Everybody's like, oh, just deal with it. Just deal with it. Put a fan in the window. There's this whole thing about misting your sheets and putting them in the freezer. That's a lot of work. When you have lupus and you have fatigue, you're too tired for all of that. So there is a program. Talk to your doctor. You can get help and assistance with your utilities. And also, I'm just going to say this, in the state of Massachusetts, stick it to Maura Healey. Fucking stick it to her. She's ripping you off on utilities as is. And I know a lot of people out there are going to agree with me on that, because it is ridiculous. Okay, first of all, if you're going to integrate green, you do it slowly. You don't just hit everybody with it and then charge them $600 for half the use of gas and electricity. So, yeah, short rant. but some useful information. So I would suggest that reach out to Eversource, reach out to your doctors, reach out to, I forget how you, anyways, you can just go on the government website. It's different from like EBT and SNAP and all that stuff like that. I mean, because this is helping you with your utility bills in the middle of summertime, and the heat's already going to start in. We're almost in June. This is mid-May. People with lupus cannot tolerate anything. I mean, can't tolerate anything above 70. And at nighttime, forget it. I need it at least 30 degrees in my room. I'm serious. I absolutely hate being warm. When you have lupus chilblains, that's kind of a problem, because if you're like me and you can't stand having hot feet, and yet you've got lupus chilblains in your toes, and you've got the ulcerations, it's causing the purple sores, it's causing, you know, your toes to turn purple and black, but you can't stand being hot. But they're telling you to keep your feet warm. But that is so uncomfortable, and that actually exacerbates flare-ups. For me, it does. So, oh God, there's so much they don't tell you about with all these things. It's just one of those things that I just think people really need to know, that you can't actually get your utilities covered through the summertime so that you don't have to suffer, because I can't stand seeing anyone suffer. I can't. I mean, never mind me. I do what I have to do to survive. I drink tons of water. I hydrate. I exercise. I take vitamins. I take supplements. I'm doing everything I possibly can to keep myself strong, lower inflammation, and that's all I can do. So if you've got a rheumatologist that isn't listening to you, that is not on top of you, and is not taking care of you, you know, if they throw hydroxychloroquine at you like, oh, hey, you know, you can give this to everybody. You can't. It's contraindicated with a lot of people. Certain medications, specifically, I take quetiapine, I take Lunesta, I can't take hydroxychloroquine. Not only that, you have cytokines going on in your body, all those flare-ups, those inflammation, and if you're perimenopausal, and they're not going to tell you, and your goddamn OBGYN should tell you all this. They should give more information on this. Your medinephrine and norepinephrine levels are higher when you're in perimenopause. Your anxiety is higher when you're in perimenopause. Your lupus flare-ups and cytokine levels are higher when you're in perimenopause. You're not sleeping. You feel like shit. You're fatigued, but you got to keep pushing through because of life, because you have a job, you have kids, you've got a family, you've got to cook, you've got to clean. You have all these things you've got to do. But when are you getting to take care of yourself? When is your doctor going to listen to you? When is your doctor going to start working for you? Because that's the thing. He works for you, not the other way around. And that pisses me off so bad. That pisses me off so bad. Doctors, why the fuck are you even treating people if you don't fucking care? Why are you still out there as a rheumatologist treating people, dismissing them when they're asking for help so they can live, so they can have a life? That's all they're asking for. That's all I've asked for. Never mind me. I'm out there advocating for everybody because it's the best thing I can do to help everyone else while I'm trying to help myself as well, by getting a doctor who will listen to me. Getting a doctor to understand, is it so hard to give somebody an immunosuppressant? It's ridiculous. Now, there is one thing. Pre-authorizations, prior authorizations, they're easing up on those. That is a big fucking deal. That is a big fucking deal right now, because that is a bitch to deal with. I've had to go through so much with doctors dealing with getting prior authorizations. Now, if I can do that, I can bypass needing the hydroxychloroquine, which I can't take. Go right to the Benlysta, which is what I need. You can be on antibiotics. There are things that you can take, including, valacyclovir, which they use to treat ocular herpes, ocular shingles, chickenpox, etc. Even the, the other herpes, the one you get when you, anyway. It treats all of that, but it also guards your immune system while you're on immunosuppressants. And I just recently learned about that. I had shingles. I had shingles on my eyelids. So in one of my videos, I believe it was one of my videos where I think I pointed it out. I know I have all the pictures. I had shingles start on my eye and actually came down here into my tear duct. If it wasn't for my quick thinking, waiting for a doctor to treat it, I could be blind. I could have went blind in one eye. Shingles is extremely dangerous. Your body is under enough stress as it is. Your system is stressed out. You're full of flare-ups. You're full of pain. And then you have all this other stuff happening. Your immune system is just under attack constantly. So why is it so hard to get help so that you can feel good, so that you can have a life, so that you can go out there and do the things that you love to do? Paint, draw, run, exercise, you know, whatever it is, you know, playing tennis. I love playing tennis. I can't do that anymore because I'm fatigued. I walk. It's about the best I can do. I do light yoga. I do light exercise. I still do the dumbbells. I still do the kettlebells, you know, the stretching, the squats, things like that. But I have to be extremely careful because it can set off a flare. I was doing too much last year. I was strength training and core training, like hardcore. And I was actually making the cytokines worse, along with the epinephrine and norepinephrine levels, because it was upping my adrenaline, which was causing me to have like serious crashes with fatigue. Everything that I thought I was doing good was actually hurting me because I didn't know that all of this was happening until I got diagnosed with lupus. But what cheeses me off is I finally getting down to getting a referral to a rheumatologist I actually don't remember seeing in 2018. I don't remember her at all, like really seriously. I'm like, I've been through so many rheumatologists, but you know, this one's a woman, so I'll probably have better luck. If you don't want to treat your patients, just fucking retire. There's no point if you're going to have a terrible bedside manner, be condescending and patronizing. Tell people who clearly don't have fibromyalgia that they have fibromyalgia. You can't fucking touch people with fibromyalgia. They hurt at the slightest finger touch, and it's going to set them off. Stop telling everybody they have fibromyalgia. It really cheeses me off. It really fucking cheeses me off. It does. They throw that diagnosis at everybody. I've known people that absolutely had no complete symptoms of that, and they're like, oh, you got fibromyalgia because you got a little bit of pain. No, they just want to tell you that and then make you think everything else is on your head. Fibromyalgia is a real thing, but it's not lupus. Lupus is not fibromyalgia. You don't get a mallow rash with fibromyalgia. You don't get all of the fuck up in your entire body with your kidneys, your lungs, your heart, your liver, everything else with fibromyalgia. Fibromyalgia makes your body hurt intense. It feels like, from I guess what people that I know that have it, that actually do, it's intense. It's like a goddamn sunburn. As soon as you touch them, they're, you know, jump. I've had one. No. Stop telling people with lupus they have fibromyalgia. Stop telling people with lupus it's all in their head. Stop telling people with lupus there's nothing wrong with them just because they have the seronegative tests. Not everyone's going to test for anti-Smith. Not everyone's going to test for anti-dsDNA because there's 30% of the population that is not going to have it and still have lupus. And yeah, I'm angry. I'm pretty fucking angry. Because how many other people, just like me, are falling through the cracks because rheumatologists are too stupid to know this? I swear to God. Anyway. I'm pissed off too because I keep seeing other people with lupus diagnoses in the same situation. Fighting hard to live. To make sure they don't lose a fucking kidney and end up on dialysis hoping someday they'll get a kidney. And in the meantime, they're suffering because the doctors aren't doing their damn job. Yeah, is the healthcare system fucked? Yes, the fuck it is. It is